Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to the OTO as I kind of ponder my thoughts and my personal reflections. I'm doing this personally. I'm recording myself personally. The Bible contained a medieval legend of authorship, writing. Welcome. This writing, this history of writing, which began in Mesopotamia, 3500 to 3000 BC, is an obvious. If you think about it and you research it enough, you got nothing in between 500 years. Good job, Jimmy Swagger. 500 years, Jimmy Swagger, you're $22 trillion of debt. Dude, you fucked with the King James Version of the Bible. Shame on you. You now need to castrate the Pope, for giving you an illegitimate Bible of all things. Pope, you broke the internet in 99 having a 6,000-year legend of a Bible. Of a 500-year delta. Give me your Bible. We're give me your Bible in world history because it contained a much better description than anything else. Because if you spent enough time, as I have done, 13 years, going through and pushing on those words and getting that numerical coding to make a little bit better sense. The Bible disappeared after 13 years of doing that into, how am I going to take it away from the magic poof cult that I was baptized in? That would be Baptists. They retained the James Escher chronology. Hey, Baptists, you morons. You broke the internet in 99. You were so immorally ignorant, stupids. You, ignorance, even have this Jimmy Swagger. Shame the fuck on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Recursive setting for the King James Version of the Bible, which said no more buying or selling books. Jimmy Swagger, look how fat your ugly churches have become. Look at how you followed a Saline tradition of stupidity direct into let's keep a legend. You kept a 6,000-year legend, internet. You guys kept a 6,000-year Earth legend is what I am outlining here, utilizing YouTube. And this 6,000-year Earth legend, you children fabricated as you arose out of nothing from an ex nihilo nothingville. Of wow, we have writing and we have mathematics and we don't have enough time to figure out what's wrong with all of your fucking cults. Well, the Bible is a medieval thing. It's a medieval thing. You kept a medieval number. Why? You kept a medieval number. So let's go through this. You kept a medieval number, kids. Here's pictures of I'll go through. This is Maxwell Dioge. This is Maxwell Dioge. We're going to add some numbers. All of these numbers from this altar to the James Escher descendancies. My dog has more authority than James Escher and the false Messiah Jesus. And when he left me, and so I've got Coyote, got him above them. And then here's a picture of my dog and my daughter, who was a 1996 girl, and here 21 years of age, cute little thing when she was a baby. And here is a picture of my granddaughter who we're tracking this girl popping this little thing out. And when this girl began and entered into monarchy, because I was her daddy and I kept track of that. And this is a granddaughter, and that's a cute little rat up here, just like my puppy. The end here. All of my family. David, my father, their grandfather, Sina, older. Yeah, all of my family. Here's David's Soul Winner's New Testament. He floated in the Berings, straight on an icebreaker in 2000 and 20. He's like, really? The Earth's not 6,000 years of age? And he still doesn't accept it. In 1986, the church I was baptized in was a cult. It was a Baptist cult. A Baptist cult. So here we are in coronavirus land. Baptists, you are ignorant shames. You are ignorant shames in coronavirus land. This is God is ashamed of you guys. God is ashamed of your 6,000 year legend. God is ashamed of your 6,000 year religions, plural, anything that uses the Bible. God is actually ashamed of it. So here, the Satanic Rituals Companion to the Satanic Bible. I'll actually put this up with in here with my Zohar. The Zohar is actually a prophecy of me coming in, taking the Bible away from Israel in order to exact the Dead Sea Scrolls. Because we don't need the Dead Sea Scrolls. So what you do need to understand is you kept the 6,000 year legend kits, and the Dead Sea Scrolls told you that the Bible itself was a minor little thing, minor thing. The last couple weeks I've gone through thousands of pieces of Apocrypha book form. And I've gone through the Bible itself is such a fragmentary piece of itself, Apocrypha, that you guys, you couldn't take any one verse literal for anything that you've ever used it before. You had to get it out individually, verse by verse, and actually make sense of it, and then determine where you were taught it wrong. Well, this was a 13-year process. Determine where you were taught it wrong. You were actually, Swaggart, for example, wrong to have been born, kids. The having fucked with the King James Version of the Bible and moving forward with the legend and not taking any legitimate data with them. He was wrong to have been born. So in 2005, when Swaggart fucked with the King James Version of the Bible, wrong to be born is a good way of explaining that. Swaggart, wrong direction, dude. You knew it. By the year 2000, it was no longer a scientific debate. Oh, what are we going to do? 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 The school systems had fragmented so far out that they became singular pillars of Nothingville also. So fragmented, you couldn't figure out which verse of the Bible meant what, and they all were composed in legend format. No, yeah, each verse itself was a piece of Apocrypha. Each individual verse. You had to go through every written record of that individual verse in order to understand that each and every verse was individual Apocrypha. So I used all of the resources you got available to us, which is, hey, the year's fucking 2020, turn off the internet because of Corona, because of 6,000 year legend. Just chill back and hear me out. Turn off the internet for a while. We don't need the churches. What we need is the churches to start documenting their closure. We actually need that in the year 2020. From where did I come around from? So I'm going to rip the Bible out of Toppenish Indian Reservation, Toppenish Washington Church by handwriting. Already, I've spent 13 years. I'm just gonna rip it out of his hand. The Holy Bible, holy fuck you. No, it was a 6,000 year. You got fucked over, dude. Without a brain in Washington State, you have been self-fully. You too, Jimmy Swaggart. You too, moron. You too, German guy. German cult. And he's not that good of a German. He's not even a good German cult guy. He lost the Bible. The Bible erased all your guys' Earth history through after 1859. You have no Earth history. But at writing of Mesopotamia 3500 BC after 1859, you're done. You're done. And 1859 just happened to be when Darwin published, and it just happened to be when you established tribal treaties with Yakima Indian Nation Reservation. Here we have Kennewick Man, 9,200-year-old fossil remains. So it is of no discord or no illegitimate manner to compare the King James Version of the Bible to the local volcano that I witnessed in 1986. Well, whenever it was. I wonder if we're ever going to use this for relationship to time. Yeah, it got dark. And then, then walking with Grandpa, who was buried with his Bible in Zilla. You got blown out of the sky with the Book of Jasher. Got questions, Doc Coldville. No more buying or selling books, you morons. That tied to open canon over Mormonville. They're just a cult. Collapse the cults. You all pull the King James Version of the Bible out of churches and into your schools through the manner I'm outlining. Do it in a slow your education systems down at home. Learn to write. Don't be in a big hurry or at daycare. Don't be playing and watching and just coloring. Learn to write from Ecclesiastes, learn to write from the Quran, and learn to write from the book of Deuteronomy. All of the Quran first with all of then. What did it tell you? You never thought of it that way. Got questions, Doug Coltville over there. The sedimentary layering of each of that will. It is a nasty now. Where did you go wrong, children, in Earth history? Well, you went wrong in legend format. So bring all your friends here to hear me out and bookmark my page. Get them to do the same. Say, hey, look each other in the eyes, face to face. You know you didn't evolve from it. So what do you think you're doing when you're mating together? We're mating together in order to produce more of us, and they look just like me. You know, it's fun, I guess, kids. That's not religion. That's not us. That's nothing but hell. That's a broken society, kids. That's if all you're doing is mating together and you're following true with that. Once upon a time, and a long time in 1610, it was believed that the children they had a command to be fruitful and multiply for no good reason, and here in this command to be fruitful and multiply for no good reason, where 3 billion people in the world. When was that, kids? Now we're 7.7 billion. When was that? So the year's 2020. That was in the 90s, I think. Yeah, that was during the 90s. And we're that far off with the Bible in print, kids. We were that far off with the Bible in print after whenever it came into any form of formation. When they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. What did 4Q377 tell you to do with the Dead Sea Scrolls? Israel? What did God look like when he did that to you? You know, can you now see that God there face to face with Moses face to face, walking among them face to face, sprinkling some albino magic fairy dust face to face right everywhere he was at in the written record? He just sprinkled some. I'm an albino, and fairy dust. You can see it. Welcome to the OTO. And so, hey, I'm an albino. So face to face, he was looking albinically, and they had really good posture. They had really good posture. They weren't these. My kids, fuck, you children are morons. All slumped over, always looking. How do I get more comfortable? Well, it's you sleep on bad beds. Sleep on the floor before you sleep on a bad bed. Don't sleep all crumpled up. I sleep on a very firm bed. It's very firm bed. So I sleep with my dog pillow too. I use my dog pillow, sleeping on a very firm bed. Here I got my marijuana growing. By the way, me taking the Bible from you kids and explaining to you that you're kind of in hell and kind of not in hell is you already knew the age of the earth, kids. You already knew the age of the earth, but you did not utilize the continuation of time as from 1859 forward, as you were slowly, quickly, we got some technology. After 1859, plop into 2020 internet with internet cult teaching that the earth is 6,000 years of age. The 1859 competency to refrain from avoidance of a legend. What did they use a 6,000-year legend to administrate the 1859 treaty? What of the Columbia River dams, where we had Kennewick Man 9,200-year-old fossil remain found, did we keep kids from the treaty in 1859? Well, in 2020, we have a 6,000-year legend cult. We have the King James Version of the Bible in Mormon format, and we have Episcopalian. What version of the Bible do they do, and why do you not approach their sacred union and utilize them for marriage ceremonies, for example? And utilize they are 1900s church, a ceremony, and kept a sacred series of legends that outlined how to go back into the Dead Sea Scrolls, use a little bit of wisdom. The little bit of wisdom is more like spend 13 years from the Dead Sea Scroll deception, and I think that was 94 or 93. Yeah, 93 maybe. That was the one I picked up at Costco. Mom bought it for me. Always been interested in the history of the Bible. Using the Dead Sea Scroll history and outlining it on YouTube, though, is I'm using it to take the Bible away, the King James Version of the Bible away from all of you because of the 6,000 year legend. All of you, give me your King James Version of the Bible. Don't use it, don't teach it. I'll outline when to teach your children to handwrite from those, all because you've had it only in legend format all of its existence, all time, and you kept a 6,000 year earth legend, kids. No one has ever followed up with James Escher, his deduction. No one has ever followed up with Newton, his deduction. I'm following up with Newton's deduction. And Newton's deduction was his error, and who else deduced? And the deduction made in the year 1999 broke the internet with their approximate. He provided 6,000. So here in 2016, where we have Veritas providing us Newton information, I need you to treat that as sacred. As I outline, 6,000 year 1859. That's also when you got Darwin. Sorry, you're $22 trillion in debt now. The type outline for your church to collapse into. Swagger's contribution to the 6,000 year legend is an immoral, ignorant contribution of time stamping, dude. And you guys were so far gone for avoidance of legend by 1999 from 1859 is just an era of legend through to 2020, where you've been avoiding that you're wrong. You've been avoiding that you've been wrong. The hills told you you're wrong. The mountains told you. You were told that you didn't learn anything about where you were at, is what you were told. So that's what happened to you. Even though right there you became interested, not that very interested in the United States, you didn't believe it was there. Until a magic proofing and you got magically pooped out. By fucking with the King James Version of the Bible. Swagger, wrong way, wrong direction. Dip, fuck you. That was an immoral, ignorant, stupid. I'm going to retain the King James Version of the Bible in 2005. I'm going to permit it to be. I'm going to waste people's money in 2010 again. Can't figure anything of this legend out. It's all in red. Dude, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all. You went and contributed all legend, which everything aside during anything after the year 1999, same bullshit, all in contradictory of legitimate Earth history. Same bullshit, Swagger. Same bullshit, Swagger. Same bullshit. 1859, same bullshit. We got Darwin. Same bullshit. We would not have the internet in the year 2020 if the earth were magically crapped out 6,000 years ago. We have a wiki source Bible. Unconfirmed by you, Swagger, because you're the same bullshit. Typing great apes over at cultville.org. Contributory stupids to the year 2020, Swagger. Dudes, this is get the Quran into your schools. Read it. Write it. What United States begin there. Why? Because you were told to when you received 9/11 in because of 99. That would be a good place to return and think about where you were derived encephaly, you morons. And you morons, you know, typing great apes on this internet, is it really so hard, so difficult to handwrite the Bible? No, it's not. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of shit in there that you never thought of. And so it being taken away from you because you didn't understand one individual word of it, and you just grew old and senile. You guys just grew old and really, really dumb, really, really, really senile, and really, really stupid and overhyped up, really, really compacted, and really, really lost. You're all really, 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 really lost. And I am here in Germanville. Happy. You're not invited yet. I'm happy here. This is living. Handwriting the Bible. I retired to do that. I actually did retire to take care of the Bible at the Dead Sea Scrolls. I actually decided that I'm going to take the Bible and figure out what it actually contained. I found it contained it. Oh, fuck. It contained it. Don't touch me. Actually. If anyone ever once, ever misinterpreted one thing in it, you were casting the way out there with stupids. And for nobody, for Nowhereville, to just run rampant in nowhere, Stupidville. Your cult over there, Bible church cult, nowhere. We're just running around giving you your monies. He's stupid, fat, doesn't exercise. He's a moron, trunk or treat. Duh. What Puritan bullshit is that, you moron? You don't exercise. You have school complaints against you. You've broken into my house, you moron. I had to chase you out, you stupid piece of worthless fat shit. For my daughter, take the Bible away from Bible cults all over the world because all of you are ignorant of time. It's time to give up on Jesus. You didn't understand a word of the Bible. Give up on Jesus. He was a false Messiah. That's the millennium you're in. Jesus was a false Messiah and a good guy. But the Bible is a false book of a single false Messiah. Single false Messiah can be taken away. At student Bible didn't learn that much. The Apocrypha, the Life Application Study Bible didn't study that much. Apocrypha, the Expositor Study Bible. Thanks, Jimmy Swagger, for fucking with the King James Version of the Bible incorrectly. The Children's King James New Testament. Thank you for fucking that and putting pictures. The Vicar of Christ. I'll just put it there. The picture story. Got some pictures for how you fucked everything up. The Durant, the age of that I need to put up the inner temple of witchcraft. I'll tell you more about that later. The as I shame you, you morons, you fucking morons, you fucking morons, you fucking dipshit morons. That. One, two, three, four. Count down into ritual meditation. How do you do that? How do you do that, you fucking morons? You do that through self-hypnosis, you dipshit retards. That's your babies. You are psychologically impaired. You are so emotively stupid. You don't even know how to self-hypnotize. You don't use morning and evening oral daily prayers. You don't do any of that shit. Your cult performances, Puritan bullshit performances of getting fat and trunk and treating, being stupid. You have no purpose. Your cult organizations everywhere have absolutely no purpose. None of you, you're all worthless. To God, you are so fucking worthless for breaking the internet in 99. You are such pieces of shit. Adam and the Kabbalistic tree, an irreverent question. Did God have a wife? Fuck you. I can't even look at him in this picture to see what he said to that fucking moron, whoever wrote that book. Everyone's Talmud. Fuck you. Got questions, stupidville? The essential Talmud. Fuck you, you stupid Baptist. You're the most ignorant stupids of the. You fucking retard magic proofed 6,000 year stupid moronic great apes. You stupid lost the fucking age of the earth. You're the most stupid, ignorant stupids ever. You fucking retards. Give me your fucking retarded book. You are so fucking stupid. Baptist, you are fucking stupid, you morons. You fucking morons. You fucking morons. You have a fucking stupid cult over there, you fucking morons. You are fucking stupid. You ignorant stupids in the United States. You are the most stupid ignorants. You puff on the stupid Pope. Oh, what do we do? Fucking take care of his church, you fucking morons. Collapse it because of the recent raping. Duh. Moron. Fucking morons. Don't even know fucking how to take care of your fucking children, you morons. You are fucking worthless, you fucking morons. Liber Solomonus. The Book of Sacred Magic. That felt good. Thank you for letting me scream to you. The Book of Pagan Rituals. Barbatal. The greatest. I love my story with the greatest sinners of the Bible. It's as stupid as lows in the age of the earth, you stupid dipshits. Okay. Heredity and prenatal culture. You missed all fucking earth history. The perfect woman. Lucky for you, I didn't. The Pagan Book of Days, I'll put that by her. A Gothic magic thought forms. That's kind of a dumb. The occult of history. The practice of magical invocation. Dance of the Zodiac. I'll put this right here. The history of writing. Israel. Israel conceptualized a beginning from their legend, kept it elsewhere, fucked up. 6,000-year legend. Can't figure out they're wrong. Can't accept it. Some reason Baptists, you're the most ignorant, stupids, can't accept you're wrong. You've never been right. Shouldn't have been born. Christian stories, we'll get around to that. I'll just put it up right here with the biblical timeline. Shouldn't have ever been born, because all of those timings should have never been born timings. The Nag Hammadi library shouldn't have been born timing. Nag Hammadi library, kids will get around that. I told you I was dragging you into the OTO. Young Reader's Bible. You shouldn't have ever been born, kiddos. Should not have ever been born. I love this Young Reader's Bible. You should have never been born. How to use the you should have never been born, Young Reader. I'm going to go put this in this one down there. The greatest adventures of the Bible. This is kind of a fun one. I'll put that one with Mystics Foundations and Tales from the 1001 Nights. I like that one. It's a cute one. Buddhism and Society. That's a good one. I'll help you out there, I suppose. The Apocalypse. Yeah, that one. That's a dumb one, actually. A History of Israel in Old Testament times. This is all fucking confirmable with the Bible, you morons. And that's what you can do with these stories. And then expand into Earth history with the Bible. Here's where you got fucked over with your religious ideas. You couldn't figure out how to do that. And, of course, the spiritual exercises is a sage Ignatius, the Apostle Saul fucking you over. You have Alcoholics Anonymous provided scientific facts of the Bible, compendium, the Woman's Agata, the psychology of man's possible evolution. I'll put that with the Woman's Agata and scientific facts of the Bible. God and Moses didn't speak face to face. So didn't. It's just, hey, there's a spider. Hey, buddy. You know they're trainable. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I like my little spiders. We've been puffing them out of the OTO corridors. Yeah. Hey, he jumped up on the book, showing off. It's a Bible. Think you're in it? Watch out. No, get out. Yep. It's a children's Bible. You want to go? Yeah. Get up. Go. Nope, get off. Yeah, stay. Thank you. Cute little guy. I'm going to go put this in. You got fucked over at the King James. You had to take all of the Bibles. It took all Bibles. It took Bible Gateway. It took 13 years every Bible. I've actually read every Bible that ever existed that I could ever get the whole of, and then found all of the conflation into the stories. It's like, oh, it's all legend. It's kind of cool. We have this remarkable, really no Earth history legend of how we legendized $22 trillion of stupids in the United States. kind of neat. me smoke some pot. Grab some ash. I'll keep going. So, Swagger, you contributed to the King James Bible. Oh, you guys really, 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 really fucked up children. Keeping the King James Bible at 6,000 year teaching. You guys really made a large bad mistake. It contained a teaching of the Messiah, yes. A teaching of the Messiah who was to return, yes. Did you look for him to return? No, you didn't want. You need to return in his own manner, in his own way. Here's one place, but this is very, very. That's a nice one. And this one's. This one will be cool. St. Matthew. Authorized King James Version. Our source disclosed. Just evolution, creation, and science. The gospel in there. Evolution, creation, and science. They're both compatible. They're both legend. So Christ in the ancient world, the both being compatible, yeah, you supposedly, and indeed with things you called it evolution. Nevertheless, science at some point still not pinpointed in the false record of shit that's older than the James Escher chronology. Fleas evolved amazingly strong hind legs. Well, at some point, NASA became creative enough to call it quasar. It's just out there producing water on its own rather than saying this handwritten analysis of Genesis, which told you God and Moses speaking face to face in Genesis 1:9. By the way, kids, legend from them. Bible legend. And that legend not here in New Testament. It's an invalid book. New Testament. So you have evolution, creation, and science rather than invalid 27 books. 27 books of actual invalid apocrypha. The unionization and harmonization of that invalid apocryphal pieces was its illegitimate authorship to be retained in biblical format, in teaching sermonically, and it was never once intended for, ever raising a child in the way that they should go. They're slow enough to handwrite all the Torah. You kids should not be interested in mating until you're 27. Don't even get around to it. Don't mate. There's no need to be in any hurry. All you have is you're a good kid. You're all good kids in the year 2020. Think of my daughter. She's a good kid, but she mated really, really young. We didn't think that would happen. Would be her, and they're all humped over. I'm explaining to you kids that in the year 2020, most everyone looks really, really ugly to me. Ugly. Most everyone looks ugly to me. Uh, in this beautiful era we have right now, it's actually a beautiful era with Corona. The beautiful. So let me bring out a little bit of the Sufism today. Is Shabbat. Bring down Sufi Book of Life. We'll get a lot out of this one. Bring a lot out into the next couple of weeks as we uh, dismantle the King James version of the Bible over the next couple of weeks with the one I just bought into this one. Uh, this is the way of the Sufi. It's Revelation 16 verse 17 told you a hidden plan, and from Revelation 10, which was take the King James version of the Bible away from the Mormon cult. So that's true because of Karl Marx. Let me put this over here. Karl Marx and Frederick Engels, the Communist Manifesto. Let me put it right here. This has to go in my bedroom. This evolution and science. Just keep it. I got this at the Seventh-day Adventist. So evolution and creation. What millennium was this? You're all both wrong. How could you not tell that? You fabricate. So 1947, evolution and science, Union College, and then they're taking and creation. Well, we're accepting a magic proofing over the observation we're collecting over science. So we're applying inaccurate date ranges, and it's taking us a really, really, really long time to come up with something really quick. So seriously, you look at how quickly you got the computer, and from where? You kids don't know that. It's from where, kids? The computer. Where'd you get the computer from? Well, from hard work of men. And same with the Columbia River Dams. How many of them were Christians? All of them were Christians. When Darwin wrote, he wrote as a Christian. So there's your evolution and science, Seventh-day Adventists. They who kept them both. The book, A History of the Bible. Let me actually take this one. I'm this guy in art history, taking the Bible away from you in order to explain the biblical history. So I'll set this close up front near the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm doing this. I'm taking the entire fucking Bible away from you. You're all my moral incompetence because you haven't seen it come in and out of print for a really, really long time. Literature of the Revolution. You haven't even tried. You can't do it. It came back in print with the 6,000 Year Legend. Thanks. Shame on you. The Prayers of Kierkegaard. I really like the Prayers of Kierkegaard. Soren Kierkegaard. Grandpa Seth. He was an albino, and welcome again to the OTO. The myth of Sisyphus is a good analogy for how you kept the legend of a 6,000 year white pulpit preaching. That wasn't what we ever did. Pulpit preaching, no more pulpit preaching, you morons. That is incompetency. That is just foolishness. That's puppeting. You guys are God's little fat Albert puppets. Really, in the year 2020, kids, every Sunday church is a fat ape, fat Albert puppet performance, a moronic stupidity. Here's my project management for engineers. So, with the Communist Manifesto. Missed out on alchemy. I hear I've got the Kabbalah Bible, the book of Exegesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, and of course, Berg fucked with it. Berg, why? What is he's not teach? He's continuing the same legend that he can't figure out that, but he did not contribute saying, hey, this is magically proved 6,000 years ago. He provided a valid we're just puddles of goo. We're Jews. Puddles, I can't figure it out. It's my legend. He just kind of smeared his incompetency into these attempts at trying to explain it. And no, we got to take this away from Rabbi Berg because of the King James Version of the Bible, because you broke the internet in 99 to a Rabbi Berg. Thank you for smearing your opinions into the legends. And that's a really, really good Bible. And the Kabbalah Center then provided the entire Zohar, which we saw in my bedroom. It's a very good one. So it's all prophecy of me personally coming and taking their books from them. Me personally, Rabbi Berg, good to meet you. I'm Ben David. The Rabbi Berg, get him over here. Rabbi Berg, you contributed a legend, buddy, from that dissipated from the King James Version of the Bible. Rabbi Berg, what were you thinking? And it's part of Welcome to the OTO. The year's 2020. You're in hell. The Karl Marx and Frederick Engels. I'm about to publish a writing that's Moses' obituary, Rabbi Berg. Why didn't you think of that one? Buddy, that's an incompetent analysis of those 5 books. You added an extreme legend, whereas at the same time, your legend is much, much cuter than much, much wiser, contained much more wisdom in the illogic of the use of the secondary legend of the Second Temple scriptures. By the way, Rabbi Berg, you guys were single-handedly selected as an organization to publish and keep going and keep going. No, you guys are participatory in after the year 1999, all of the internet was broken. Yep. So I'll put this right here. And then, so Berg, you guys all over at the Kabbalah Center still going on. Also, you're part of why you have Toronto over there. The morons. Here's a New Testament place where the Gideons in dual languages, English. And I used to read these all the time. I got my dad one that was 4 translations when I was like 10. What do I do with the Gobblestick Bible? Do I take it downstairs or leave it up here? I'm not sure. The 5 Gospels. Hey, there's an whole institution to shut off for fucking with. We can't do it. We can't do it. We can't get anyone to come along and confirm our data is false. Anything in print is just false, kiddos. Having to do with you have no legitimate history right now. Get all your friends here to come and hear me out on that one pretty clearly. That's contradictory of publishing on the origin of the species in 1859 when we had the Yakima Indian Nation Reservation Treaty, and then 9,200-year-old fossil remain there telling us this legitimate Earth history. So that's legitimately, Pastor, you are a fucking retard, having retained a false legend of a false Messiah and a false reason to have been born. Be careful. Let me put this away. Moses' obituary, you couldn't figure out the Bible. Kids, Moses' obituary, you couldn't figure out the Bible. It was a legend, and it was thou shalt not, and thou shalt not, and thou shalt not. It's full of all of these thou shalt nots. Just leave it alone. Is what it was telling you. Thou shalt not do with it. Teaching it as a false historical legend is what you did. Thou shalt not, the Gnostic Bible included in that. You kept those as false historical legends. You did that. They wasted their time fucking printing that book. Thou shalt not, because that was a waste to do. Thou shalt not compare at the same time. There's a legend elsewhere. That's what's going on in the meantime from printing. Thou shalt stop publishing books. That's kind of what I'm saying. Because you couldn't figure out the Dead Sea Scrolls. That was, ended up with this 6,000 year magic poof cult over there, kids, in the year 2020. For taking God out of his book. For taking God out of his book, they can't turn off. It's pretty pathetic. It's pretty sad. Get all your friends over here to help witness their takedown, because we need that. The Mishnah in introduction. And Rabbi Berg, you need to witness the takedown in your organization also. Rabbi Berg really contributed some goodness. And they do a good series on YouTube. And they're from Beersheba. This is a good reading of this. But it's an illegitimate, incomplete one. He didn't understand the legend himself. He applied what he thought he learned. Legend after 1859 from a tradition that was 1200 AD, and that got passed down to him in oral format. And his family was actually part of this, a very good one. And they kept the Zohar. His family kept the Zohar through all of the Second Temple legends through to the year 2020. That's a pretty cool thing. Yeah, so go. They've got a good Zohar. Rabbi Shimon's notes are in his handwritten. Also, you needed that. But so hear all of this. What they did, calling it Kabbalah, is they gave you in Hebrew to kind of gaze at as you're looking at it. They gave you a very simple calling it Kabbalah. No, you received it. Tell them they're wrong. Published in also 2005. Yeah, this is Rabbi Berg is incorrect. Thank you for contributing to the Bible, Rabbi. It's a lesson to you. You did you kept some dates, but not very well. Moses is born, yeah. A man named Amram marries. So his he contributed a lot of legends right there with you. But I ripped this thing out of your guys' hands with the King James Version of the Bible. You kids, you fucking morons. This is a complete and utter disgusted waste of a book you have that just puff on anything. The innkeeper asked, "What did you bring to the king?" A synopsis is something they don't understand. A truly spiritual person does not constantly look for the negative in other people. So, hey, thanks for being Buddha. A truly doesn't look. Thanks for being Buddha, Grandpa. Retire, buddy. Give me your book. The Zohar is prophecy of me coming and taking the King James Version Bible away from all of you and telling you you're in hell. It's a clear one. You are all way out there. You lost the ancestral origin writing. You kept legend that was an invalid legend in 1859. The Bible, an invalid legend in 1859, kids. There's nothing in the Bible aside from an invalid authorship after that point. Nobody confirmed it after 1859. Left you in hell at that. The left it alone, left to your own devices. You did whatever the fuck you wanted. Nay, of course. Impotent, ignorant children. Impotent, ignorant children. You kept the Bible as a legend. You couldn't confirm that none of you knew what the fuck you were talking about. And there's religions in 4 dimensions, the mysterious messengers, the gun book for parents. That's a nice orange one. The infinite world of MC Usher. I've invested. Here's a bunch of Gideons. The key to the mysteries. But I have to go downstairs and go back to housekeeping rather than bitching too much. So thanks for hanging out. Invite people, please. We have a situation with this internet of all things, keeping a 6,000-year legend in the website. Obviously, we need to address that one. When it's like, hey kids, you could wake up next year, and the yeah, you're all senile elders now. By the way, magic poofers, is it Moses' obituary? He was 120 years of age. Don't feel too bad that you missed that you have himself fully in the year 1999, 2000, and 2001. So when they were diagnosing it in Jimmy Swaggart lookalikes over here, and they're actually coming down with parts of the brain and skull missing in Washington State. That's a good catch up for. Oh yeah, I'm from Washington State, right over there. Yeah, this is for the Bible. Magic Poofing Church can't accept that the earth is not 6,000 years of age for some like impotent, immoral, incompetent reason. He's just the Bible cult. Only a Bible cult. Only all Bible are cults. Puff on the Pope from internetcultbill.org. Thank you. Collapses Church.